Hello and welcome to another Orktober video. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're enjoying all of this Ork related content in Orktober. In this video I would like to take a look at this ORKS Warboss with a big chopper. But I'd like to bring in a number of other Warbosses actually. Now it's interesting to note that this ORKS Warboss with a big chopper is still available in metal. And he will set you back £15. I can't believe that he's still available. After over 20 years, he's still available. It's incredible. They never put him in fine cast or put him in plastic or anything like that. The head is obviously, separate. I've got him on the green base as well, but he's metal, he's heavy as anything. I'm sure this banner has been bent a number of times. Apologies for the painting, it's atrocious of course, because I painted it many years ago. I did at least upgrade the blood splatter for Blood for the Blood God, and if you've got Orks I think that technical paint is a must really. Anyway, as you can see there's no shading, there's no highlighting, it's just paint by numbers, that's what you get, which is fair enough. Anyway, I really like this Warboss. He does the job, he's big, he's got the big chopper, he's got the big shooter. What more can you ask for? Well, we can compare him at least to other Warbosses. This is a very old Warboss right here with a power claw. I'm not sure about the pose. I think his mouth is absolutely huge, but I do like the power claw with the cabling and things on there. Then we've got a big mech, which is like a Warboss in mega armor. He was, I say, kind of new 4 or 5 years ago. And then we've got this one with an attack squig. This is one of my favourite ones, especially with that big tooth there. He's got this custom big shooter with some rockets that are just mounted on there. And then he's got some shooters there and some stick bombs. He's got this power claw with a buzzsaw. I mean, there's lots going on here, and there's, to go from this metal model to this plastic one is such an upgrade, and I can't wait to see what they do when they refresh the range, hopefully soon. Anyway, so we've got a selection of Warbosses here, and that's how he kind of measures up. Similar height, this plastic one is a little bit taller, but he's on a bit of a scenic base, I guess, but these two are very similar in height, and actually the big mech looks a little bit smaller than the rest of them. Anyway, I jumped straight into some size comparisons there. I suppose I can do some size comparisons with Mega Armoured Knobs, with normal Ork Boys. He is much bigger than normal Ork Boys, which is what you'd expect him to be. And then with Gretchen as well, milling about his feet. So that's how he sort of stands up next to all of those. Another variant to the Warboss, I guess you could say, is the big mech with the shock attack gun. One of my favourite models because he's hoovering up a Gretchen there. Yeah, similar sort of size, but the shock attack gun is absolutely huge in comparison, and still on this normal sort of Terminator size base. So yeah, if you've got like a mech army with loads of vehicles and things, probably best to go with one of these Warboss type units. Comparing him to the Three Stooges that I always like to compare him to, which is right here. So we've got a normal Legacy Space Marine on the left, Slime Arbor in the middle, and then a Primaris. Primaris is probably, I want to say, taller now. So if you're going against an Ork army, normal and you've got all Primaris units, the Primaris are going to dwarf all of the Orks on the other side. The only thing that they wouldn't dwarf is the new Gazgul model, which makes me think that an Ork refresh is around the corner with some really big, grotesque looking Orks and a bit of a size increase, I hope. I doubt we'll get Gretchens that will be the same size as Slime Arbo, but who knows. Anyway, that's where he compares to normal Imperial models. So rules wise, I'll be using the rules in the 2018 Codex, came out a couple of years ago now. He is a power points cost of a 4 and a points cost of 65. He's equipped with a combi weapon with rocket launcher, power claw, 2 sluggers and stick bombs. Well, clearly mine isn't, but you can replace the combi weapon with rocket launcher with a weapon from the shooty weapons list, which would be a custom shooter, combi weapon with Scorcher, or combi weapon with rocket launcher. So yeah, you can say that he's essentially got a custom shooter there. You can replace the power claw with a big chopper. Custom shooter would be 2 points, The big chopper would be 5, so that's an extra 7 points, so you're looking at 72 points there for this model. You can also give him an attack squig, which we've seen the other Warboss have. So his stat line reads, his movement speed is 5 inches, weapon skill 2+, ballistic skill 5+, strength 6, toughness 5, 6 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 8 and a save of 4+. If you do choose the combi weapon with rocket launcher, you can fire both of the profiles as well, but you must subtract 1 from all hit rolls. Don't know whether you want to do that, because then that's a 6+ that you've got to roll. But if you've got the rocket launcher, then it's a 24-inch, assault 1, strength 8, AP -2 and a damage of 3. But if you use the shooter, then it's a 18-inch range, assault 2, strength 4, AP 0 and a damage of 1. He's got 2 sluggers, which are 12-inch range, pistol 1, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. If you choose the attack squig, then that's a strength 4, AP -1 and damage 1, but each time the attack squig fights, it can make 2 additional attacks with this weapon. That's alright. The big chopper though, it's a melee weapon, strength +2, so that's strength 8, AP -1 and a damage of 2. If you choose the power claw, then it's a strength ×2, which would be 12, AP -3 and a damage of 3, but you must subtract 1 from the hit roll. Not too bad, because he's getting 4 attacks anyway, and hitting on 3+. Stick bombs work as usual, but I'll just explain them here. They're a range of 6-inch, grenade D6, strength 3, AP 0 and a damage of 1. Abilities, he's got Here We Go, Mob Rule and Daka Daka Daka. You'll find those rules in the codex. He's got the ability called War. Friendly clan infantry units within 6 inches of this model at the start of the charge phase can charge even if they advance this turn. That's fantastic. The fact that you've got infantry models that can be charging after they've advanced really bumps up the survivability and helps them get into close combat. And then the final ability is Breaking Heads. If a clan unit fails a morale test while it is within 3 inches of a friendly clan warboss, the warboss can restore order with a brutal display of violence. If they do so, the unit suffers D3 mortal wounds, but the morale test is then considered to have been passed. That's quite straightforward. Keywords: Orc, character, infantry and warboss. So there you go. Interesting that it doesn't say that he's got heavy armor or anything like that. His save is just 4+. He doesn't have an invulnerable save. No doubt you could probably take some kind of relic or something to give him that. He's quite survivable with a toughness of 5 and 6 wounds. He's a solid, cheap HQ choice. At 70 points for the base, he's going to do a lot of damage. You can kit them out with the power claw and the attack squig. You know, much like this one, this is probably the souped up you know, Warboss with the arguably better melee weapon and the ability to fire the rocket launcher to give you a bit more of a hit from range, with an effective range of 29 inches with that. But very solid unit. It should be for orcs. It's going to buff your infantry and do some decent damage. Where he will fail, he's got a good toughness, plenty of wounds, a good number of attacks. The biggest place he is going to fail is really the save, not having an end run save, but everything else is very strong. But what do you guys think of the model and the rules for the Warboss? Very strong Warboss. Please do put it in the comments below, as always. It'd be great to read your thoughts and opinions. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. For Gork and Mork.